Good afternoon. On this June 17th of 2021, I'm Mayor Diana Broderson, and welcome to our city. We've got a great show in store for you today, but before we begin, I just wanted to share a couple of quick announcements. The vaccine is out there in Muscatine, as all of you know, as well as nationwide. It's very easy to access right now. We have an opportunity for you to go to almost any pharmacy in Muscatine County. You can go to your regular primary care physician's office. You can call public health. There's just a wide range of places for you to be able to go. Even some events that you go to are going to have like a portable trailer set up there for people to get their vaccine. So plenty of opportunity to get your vaccine by helping it work into your regular daily schedule. So if you have any questions or need any help, please call me. I'd be happy to help you navigate through that. And big thanks to all of those folks who are out there trying to make sure that they get to everyone who is interested in getting a vaccine. I know there are some populations that are harder to reach. Maybe transportation's an issue for them. Maybe there's language barriers. So there's a lot of folks that are really working the front lines, making sure that everyone has access, and big thanks to them. Next, I just wanted to remind everyone, all of you know, the 4th of July is upon us. Independence Day will be here very soon. We do have our fireworks tents set up around the city. There's 3 or 4 that are open now. Please remember that the only time through this season that it's legal to do fireworks within the city of Muscatine is July 3rd and 4th from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Please be a good neighbor. Even though you're able to purchase them right now, it doesn't mean it's okay to shoot them off right now. And there are a lot of folks who do have some negative consequences from the loud noises. And so if you would please be a good neighbor and be respectful of your neighbors and your fellow citizens and the law by following the guidelines that are set out there. So again, that's July 3rd and 4th from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Next, I'd just like to share some 4th of July events. Beginning at 9 a.m., there's going to be a children's parade from 2nd Street and Pine, that corner, to the library. That's going to be followed by an event called Almost Fireworks Festival. Instead of Almost Friday Fest, it's going to be Almost Fireworks Festival, and that's going to be a variety of events on the riverfront from 3 to 8. So building up to our traditional fireworks event. So they're going to be followed by, that's going to be from 3 to 8, followed by the reading of the Declaration of Independence and the Honor Guard, and that's going to be on the stage down there on the riverfront at 8:05. And then the Muscatine Symphony Orchestra is going to perform at the Pearl City Station, the red brick building. That's going to start at 8:10. And then we're going to end the day with fireworks over the river. That's something that we all look forward to, and we didn't get to have it last year. So we're all anxiously awaiting that big celebration. And we plan for those to start at 9:30, but as you know, it's whatever dusk is basically. So big thanks to everybody that has worked hard this year and every year to bring us our Independence Day celebration. And thanks to everybody for understanding about the parade this year. The Chamber of Commerce did decide that as a result of the overabundance of construction that we have going on right now, especially in our downtown area. You know, during 2020, we had to postpone some things. We weren't sure how the budget was going to be affected. And so now we're doing a little bit of double duty with getting our construction projects done. So in light of that, they decided not to have their parade this year. And I know that they would join me in thanking everybody for being understanding about that decision that they made. So let's enjoy the festivities that we will have. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming John DeBeat. John is an instructor at Muscatine Community College, long-term. I know he had several of my family members in his classes there. And he's also currently the Muscatine Sister Cities president and sits on the International Board of Sister Cities. Welcome, John.
Welcome, Mayor. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad you came today. What is the official title of the Sister Cities National Board?
Well, I do carry what I call different titles depending on the hat that I will be wearing.
Uh-huh.
I serve on Sister Cities International as the board member. Also, I'm part of what we call the Global Leadership Circle, which basically this is a group of us from the board that are taking care of establishing a sister city relationship between US cities and, for example, cities around the globe. So in particular, because of my background, so I'm in charge with the US Palestine or Palestinian cities.
Oh, sure.
The other thing that I do with Sister City International, I'm the Sister City International State of Iowa representative. So I communicate directly with every Sister City chapter in the state of Iowa too.
Oh, and then report that back to international.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were the chair at one time, weren't you?
Uh, for
Or local, this is your
well, the
second time
local,
as chair
yes,
for Muscatine, isn't
yes,
it?
for
Okay.
the local one, yes,
Okay. Very good.
yeah.
So how many, so right now you're the current chair of Muscatine Sister Cities of Muscatine. How many do we have right now?
Well,
9?
at this moment, we have 9 cities
Mhm.
in 8 countries. Obviously, a couple of them are not active because, again, those people who used to work on this particular relationship are not around anymore. So we are trying to do our best to find people who will take responsibility and start reviving such relationship. But one of the things that I would like to mention here is, sister city organization, whether it's local or at the national level, is a great organization to be part of. It does promote friendship and peace among people from different backgrounds, different countries, different cities around the globe. But also, that kind of work cannot happen without always the support of the local government. So, on behalf of Muscatine Sister City Cities organization, I will definitely like to thank you, Mayor, for your support, your continuous support. I know that anytime you are around, you participate in our events, you communicate with mayors around the globe from our, mayors in our sister cities around the globe. So that is part of why I think we have that success in our program here in Muscatine, Iowa. Plus, also the support of the city council is very important too in always moving sister city programs on a local level or even at the national level forward. So thank you for that support.
Thank you, John. And I know the past mayors joined with me, and they also, were very supportive of the Sister Cities projects. And one of the things that happened before my watch was the International Friendship Park that you are in front of a picture of. That happened. That was during Mayor O'Brien's term,
Indeed.
wasn't it?
Indeed. I mean, we started the idea then, and thank you to the city of Muscatine because I remember I approached the city and I asked if we can use that pocket park on 8th Street and Cedar on that corner. And we were very happy that the city decided to say yes, have it. We obviously we shared a full plan for that park with the city, and once we got that, we basically started to work on that. Certain people in our membership did very good job at putting this together. Linda Malloy,
Oh yeah,
Jean
Linda Malloy
Clark,
worked hard on it. Yes.
yeah, Jean Clark, Dan
Yes.
Clark, Sharon Savage. So I'm afraid that I will miss anybody, but they did work very hard in order to bring that park together the way we see it right now. Obviously, also Muscatine Power and Water did help a lot in installing that pole in the middle of the park and digging and helping us with that. And now the city is taking care of that maintenance or regular maintenance, as we see obviously on the screen, that picture of that park. So it is really a good addition. The intention is to have it as an educational park. We have 4 benches. People can, especially now, summertime, we invite people to go and sit there and look at the names of the sister cities that we have in what countries and the flags. So this is by itself just an educational experience too.
It really is, and it's the perfect location. It's in a very popular corner. It's almost in the heart of town, and you're right. There's benches there to make it comfortable. I remember being there and dedicating one of the benches to former Mayor O'Brien. I remember doing one for Dick and Mary Jo Stanley. And so it's a very comfortable place to be.
Definitely it is. And we feel very proud of that. I think one of the dreams, I want to call it a dream, to see perhaps a piece of art or something from each one of our sister cities placed in that park too. Obviously, this is going to take some time to achieve because of, we have, it's an outside park, the weather is a major issue here, snow, cold, rain, summer. So we need to be very creative in perhaps doing something like that in the future. But I'm hoping at some point in time we'll start that phase too also.
I just love it, and I think everybody does, and everybody, I don't care, where you live and work in the community, almost everybody drives by that corner at one time or another throughout their day.
Exactly.
Yep, certainly do. So John, I know we just did the 30-year celebration with Ramallah, Palestine, and the relationship between Muscatine sister cities and them. Are there other sister cities that you'd like to say a few words about the relationship that we have with them?
Yes, as a matter of fact, and I see the Sister Cities International on the screen,
Yes.
A special certificate to celebrate the 10 years Sister City relationship between Muscatine and Ramallah, which we presented to the mayor of Ramallah a couple of weeks ago during the celebration. But one of the things that we as sister cities board of directors decided to do this year is a special year because we have been having Muscatine sister cities in Muscatine for 35 years of citizen diplomacy. So basically the board decided to highlight that and extend basically the celebration throughout the year. So we started obviously this celebration with your proclamation, Mayor, of 2021 year as the Muscatine Sister Cities year, which we really thank you for doing that. Then we decided to celebrate one of our sister cities every month. So we started first with a general session in which the president CEO of Sister Cities International and the chairwoman of Sister Cities International did participate in this session. And I will tell you, every time I meet with them or talk to them on the phone or in a meeting, they always use Muscatine as an example in whatever they talk about. And so to bring those national leaders in this movement to Muscatine and show them what we are doing was really a good success for us in telling our story. So we started this, and then we celebrated our upcoming relationship, or the newest relationship, with Liberia. So we had a major session celebration about that in the month of February. Then in the month of March, we celebrated the Muscatine Gending China relationship. And it was an amazing also celebration. So both sides, we had a major discussion and where we want to take that relationship moving forward. Then in April, we had the celebration of Kislovox, Russia, with Muscatine. And as I'm saying this, every month we have one or two board members are in charge of working on that. For example, the first session, I took care of it. The second session with Liberia, our new board member, Melvin Dio, and Dan Clark took care of that. Then in March, our also not necessarily board member, but our active member, Dan Stein, took care of that session with the Chinese. Russia, for example, we had Dan Clark and Mickey Tribb. Both of them are board members, took care of that. Ramallah, in the month of May, I took care of that because that's a natural fit for me because that's where I came from originally. Now, this month, this Saturday, we're going to have the month of June celebration, which is with our sister city of Lomja, Poland, and our active sister city member and city council. As a matter of fact, member Oz Malcolm will be in charge of bringing that activity together, the event together, and putting the program together. Obviously, we decided that the month of July will be to celebrate America, because again, for it's a unique month. It's a special month for all of us, obviously, because of the 4th of July. So we decided that the month of July will be to celebrate America. So we will be putting a program together and move forward with that program. And as we continue, for example, we have a month for our sister city in Japan. We have a month for our sister city in Germany, and so on. And our hope is that in December, we will end the year with a major celebration, going to be face-to-face celebration of our 35 years of citizen diplomacy. We don't know the exact date or the place yet for it, but we are hoping in December will be that major celebration, which we are planning to invite all organizations in Muscatine and the citizens of Muscatine, hopefully to come and celebrate that with us too.
Well, it's perfect how you set that up for the whole year like this. And I really love how each one of your board members kind of have a country that they focus on and build those relationships with, because the fewer people that you have working together, that's where those relationships are really built. And so you can see when people go off the board and then the relationship is broken there, or at least paused until you get someone else. So I suppose you're always looking for board members.
Definitely, yeah. This is always the case because according to our bylaws, what happened is you can serve on sister city board for 2 consecutive terms, and every term is 3 years. So in total, it will be 6 years. And after that, the board member needs to exit at least for a year. We are very lucky that those people who are committed to Muscatine sister cities and to the citizen diplomacy mission that are truly committed to that. And even though they might exit that 1 year, they stayed very active. And then after a year, we see them coming back to the board when we have the election. So that says something about the nature of the people who are well involved in this organization. Building bridges of peace and understanding between Muscatine, between Iowa, between the United States and the rest of the world is becoming very important for all of us. We are becoming a smaller and smaller world. And Mayor, you mentioned before Mayor O'Brien. I remember Mayor O'Brien one time went to visit one of our sister cities in Japan, Ichikawa, Misato.
Mhm.
And when he came back, he spoke to different organizations about his experience. And obviously, he kept telling me, John, it doesn't take much for people to understand each other. It's just like, it's very simple. We look at each other and we say hello, hi, how are you? And that basically leads to everything after that. And I do believe in that. I do
Mhm.
believe in the power of communicating, talking with each other. Yes, we have differences. Yes, we have issues. But again, working together, I'm sure we can succeed in solving those differences and issues and so on, and move forward with what we do as part of our mission.
And I think you hit the nail on the head. The relationship building, that's what we all need right now in the whole world. And it all starts with that friendship and building those bridges. And you are so right that it's easy to be friends with these people from the other countries. Any of them that have came here to visit that I've got to spend some time with, you're right. It takes 1 minute to say hi and how are you, and pretty soon you feel like you can build on that and break bread with them and have a meal and just, we can learn from them and they can learn from us.
I see, and one of the things also I would like to thank you for, because I see on the screen, for example, usually whenever we receive any delegation from any country, obviously the past year and a half was a little bit unusual because of the pandemic, so we didn't have that. But we try, because they want to know about the city. They want to meet the mayor. For example, the pictures that I'm seeing here, some of those pictures where some of those groups from whether Ramallah or Ukraine, I think, and so on, we bring them here. For example, this picture with the group, the educators from the city of Ramallah.
Oh, yeah,
I
the
know that I
educators.
saw pictures before also with the group from Ukraine that comes and you welcome them into the city and talk to them. It is, and we always hear about those stories. It's a kind of, we meet with them and we establish a lifelong relationship. After that we become friends, and perhaps we don't see each other all the time, but at some point in time we are communicating, we are talking, we check on them, they check on us, and so on. And that's really an amazing thing usually to do. I see now, for example, the public display at the library. Since this month is the month for Poland, Lomja, Poland,
Mhm.
so that's what you see. So I invite everybody when they go to the Muscatine Public Library, please stop by this public display, Sister City display, and look at the items that we have representing Lomja, Poland. The one before that was Ramallah, because again, we had just the event with them. So we are trying to coordinate that kind of work together also, so that people can see the same thing, whether they participate in the event, whether they go to the library and see that. So we are trying definitely to share that with everybody.
And that's a perfect spot to do it at too, is at the library because they have so much foot traffic in and out of there. And you know, you really want the youth to be able to see these things and ask questions and say, "Oh, neat, what is that about?" And I know they're really good about having explanations by there, so they know what they're seeing.
Exactly, exactly. And you know what? At some point in time, all of us, we're going to reach a point where we're going to say, oh, well, I'm retiring now. So it is important for us to build that new generation, so
Hmm.
that which they will become our future leaders,
Yes.
to value such relationship like that, such organization like that. I myself, our kids, I mean, I have twin boys, and I try to get them involved almost in every sister city event, because I want them to grow up valuing the mission of Sister City, and I want them to become also part of that mission in the future when they become an adult in the future. So I think it's important to concentrate on our what I call young individuals, because those people are going to be our future leaders, whether when they are at elementary school or middle school or high school or even at the college level, because that is very important, at least at this point in time.
Well, and I think you're so right, John. I've always said that about our youth, even with volunteering. I know all this work you're doing and all of your board, all of the work they're doing is as a volunteer. Nobody's getting paid for this. We're doing this because it's something that we know is important and we love it. And when we just keep telling our kids what to do without actually showing them and modeling that, volunteering, our kids need to be seeing us volunteering in our community and in ways that we know are important, like Muscatine Sister Cities, and you're modeling that for them, and that speaks volumes more than words.
Thank you. Thank you. I see that picture, for example, on the screen now. This is last year event when we decided to ring bells to
Yes.
commemorate
Uh-huh.
the Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And it happens at the same time here in Muscatine and in our city, Ichikawa Misato. At the
Mhm.
same time, they decided to participate and ring the bells for peace. And
Yes.
we did this here also in Muscatine. We did it at the same time, and it was really a nice event, a small group of people. But as you see, like my twins are standing next to me, ringing
Yes.
bells with me, because again, as I said, we want everybody to be take care of that and be part of that. But again, an organization like Muscatine Sister Cities will not be the same without the hard work of every board member that we have. And I think I feel always very lucky to work with the great people that
Oh,
serves on
yes.
that board. Each one of them brings a lot to this vision and to what we are doing as an organization together. At the end, we all live in Muscatine, and it's a human nature. We want Muscatine to be the best place for
Of
us
course.
to live and to raise our kids and to be proud of. And I think Muscatine Sister City is taking a small part of making hopefully Muscatine a great place to be proud of and to live in.
Well, I know the dedication and commitment of all of your board members and yourself is so evident by the fruits. The how many sister cities we have, the depth of the relationship that we have with them. It's one thing to just sign a piece of paper and say we have a sister city relationship with this place, but to actually have those relationships develop and be fruitful, that's another thing altogether. And we do have that with several of ours, and that really is as a result of the commitment of your board and yourself.
Definitely, definitely, I agree 100% with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So coming up, we have something coming up on Saturday.
Yes, it will be the celebration of Muscatine, Lomja, Poland
Long.
relationship, sister city relationship. The event will take place at 10 a.m. Muscatine time, obviously, and it will be on Zoom. And I don't have the Zoom number handy with me, but again, anybody can check our Facebook page, Muscatine Sister Cities Facebook page, to get the Zoom number from there.
Perfect.
Or they can also check our website at www.muscatinesistercities.com, and we
Okay.
have plenty of information there too.
Mhm.
So they can find that, and hopefully more and more people will join us in
Okay.
this event and also the upcoming events throughout the year.
So next month the celebration is for America.
Yes.
Have you made plans on what that's going to look like?
To be honest with you, what we are doing, we are taking it month by month.
Okay.
So the day we finish the event for that
Start the
month,
next.
The next day we start planning for the next month event. So I
Perfect.
suspect in a week or so we'll have better idea on what we will be doing for that celebration for
Well,
sure.
you have developed quite the roadmap for the entire year. That's got to be so helpful for everybody because, a lot of people serve on different boards in the community, but sometimes it's just going and sitting and listening to the staff person or the president just talk, but not really being hands-on doing something and making a difference. Your board's doing that. They're
Yeah,
hands-on doing something, making a difference. And you can see that with a project every month. That's pretty assertive there.
yes, they are well engaged, and I always feel, and as I said, even at the national level, I feel very proud to hear Muscatine as a name all the time, and so basically, I'm extremely happy to be a part or take part of that. And As I said, even on national level, they always talk about that. We know that even here in the state of Iowa alone, that Muscatine Sister Cities program or chapter is the most active one in the basically in the state of Iowa. We know that also the state of Iowa ranked number 9 or number 10 among the 50 states when it comes to the number of sister city chapters, local chapters that we have, which gives us a great idea about our commitment here in Iowa to this, what I call global movement
Mhm.
of citizen diplomacy.
Yes, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Well, I can't thank you and your team enough. They have put Muscatine right out there in the forefront, as you say, both statewide and nationally, and we have you guys to all thank for that. So thank you.
thank
Before
you.
we end today, is there anything we didn't touch on, John, that you wanted to call attention to?
Well, I will say perhaps maybe I encourage everybody to number one, if they have any question about the program, to connect with any board members. As I said, we have a website, www.muscatinesistercities.com, that will allow you to connect with our boards, including myself too. That's one thing. So I encourage everybody to do that. The second thing is I encourage everybody to join this movement. The joining this movement makes a huge difference in the world today. And For me, for example, as a person, and for those who are part of this movement, we are getting what we call that extreme, unique satisfaction by meeting people and learning about other culture and meeting people from other culture too. It's a program that will get you to travel the world, with the exception of the past year and a half because of the pandemic, only by buying a ticket. Because when you travel, you have people in those cities and those countries that will host you in their homes, same way when we host them when they come to visit us here in Muscatine. So really, I mean, you can travel the world, let's put it this way, by just spending a minimum amount, which is the ticket that you will buy in most cases. So that is also another thing that I would like to share with the citizens of Muscatine.
That's a great opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank
Uh,
you, Mayor.
and if anybody's looking to be more involved, as you say, they can find you guys on Facebook, on your website. Most people know how to track you down, John. They
Yeah,
can
my,
stop you
my
anytime.
email and my phone number are public because of the fact that I serve on also the school board.
Yes.
But anytime anybody can connect with me or any board members for sure.
And what a shining example of volunteerism that you're displaying for all of us, John. I appreciate all you do.
Thank you, Mayor, and we
Thank you.
appreciate your support. Thank you, and have a good day.
And you as well. Well, thanks to all of you for joining us today. Next week here on Our City, we are going to have our monthly update on the Grandview Revitalization Project. So we will have with us Councilwomen Nadine Brockert and Peggy Gordon, and they'll be giving us those updates that we're all anxiously awaiting to see how that project is progressing. Tonight, there is a Muscatine City Council meeting at 7 p.m. We are now welcoming the public back into council chambers with some social distancing modifications regarding the setup of the room. We are going to continue with the virtual option though, because some people do prefer that method and it is more convenient for some. So we're going to continue on with that, at least for now. The login you can find on the agenda, which is on the City of Muscatine website. I would like to wish all of the fathers out there a wonderful, happy Father's Day coming up on Sunday, as well as those who might not be fathers but are performing the duties of fathers. We appreciate all that you do. So enjoy your special day on Sunday. Big thanks to our guest, John DeBeat, a wonderful example of volunteerism and dedication to the Muscatine Sister Cities project and program here in our community. We hope that all of you have a great rest of your day and look forward to seeing you here next week on Our City. Thank you.